Good evening, folks. On this Tuesday, October the 6th, 2020, for an AlQ weather update. It is 8:46 Eastern Time. And here we have Hurricane Delta. It is going to take a path that will be across the Yucatan Peninsula into the Western Gulf and then swing into somewhere in the southeast to south central part of Louisiana. So here we'll play the GFS model. There you go. You see it take its swing. It goes west, then it comes back east and goes into south central Louisiana, and then it moves up and out. Hurricane model here. We'll take a look as it goes across the Yucatan, and there it goes, starts to make its way into central Louisiana. Here's New Orleans. They will be on the storm surge and windward side, not as heavy as once thought. 954, 964 millibar. That's probably going to be a Category 3 hurricane. Probably low in Category 3, but time will tell. The HMON has a 942, which is a Cat 4 at this point. High-end Cat 3. Keeps it at that and brings it on shore at a 945, which is basically a high-end Cat 3, low-end Cat 4. And again, New Orleans is all the way over here, so you see the brunt of it is spared, even though they will get major effects. National Hurricane Center, taking it from its position right now in the Western Caribbean, across the Yucatan as a major, that's a Category 3 or stronger, into the Western Gulf, and then up into Louisiana. Now it has a portion of Texas if it makes it this far west. Then even when it goes up to Mississippi, it'll be a tropical storm and then become a tropical depression when it's up into the Knoxville region of Tennessee, and then comes across this way from what the latest tracks are. We take a look at the tropical force winds. We have them coming in by Friday night. They'll start to feel tropical winds Friday morning here along the coast from eastern Texas all the way to western Alabama. All right, so people in that region start to get prepared because you don't want to get caught and have this bear down on you. For us, in our region, as we come to Sunday afternoon, we see rain start to move into southern New Jersey. We'll move it ahead. And then we have into central Jersey, central Pennsylvania, and then rain overtakes the area by, we'll say, early Monday morning. Heavier rains move through into New Jersey early mid-afternoon Monday, and it's rainy through Monday into Tuesday early morning, all right, as showers persist. Let's take a look to see how much precipitation we'd be looking at in the form of rain. So we'll come to our total accumulated precipitation, and we're looking at basically a 1 to 2 inch type of rainfall out of this event. So a pretty good soaking rain we'll be looking at from, you'll say, mid-Sunday afternoon, because these usually move faster once they get up into the mid-latitudes. So we'll say mid-Sunday afternoon through late Monday night, early Tuesday morning. Now, before we get to that, if we take a look at the GFS model, here is for tomorrow afternoon. We have wind gusts. They just posted a wind advisory. Wind gusts up to 45 miles an hour. All right, and the winds at max will be in the 20, 25 mile an hour range. So let's take a look at what they put in a wind advisory from 2 p.m. Wednesday to 2 a.m. Thursday. All right, sustained westerlies of 20 to 30 mile an hour with gusts between 45 and 55. So they're even going higher than what the GFS is showing. Scattered power outages are possible and scattered tree damage. All right, so just take note of that. If you have to, maybe get some gas for that generator. Let's change gears here. Looking at space weather, this is something that I'm very big into, and sunspots. We have so far this year, we hit the 200-day mark today. 10 straight days without sunspots. So how does that affect our planet? Well, it affects us in many different ways. One of the ways that it affects us when we have high neutron, high cosmic ray flux hitting our planet, our geomagnetism on a planet gets thrown out of kilter. And we have more earthquakes, stronger earthquakes, as well as volcanic activity. All right, so if you see from 2018, we've been in what's called low solar. This is going to have a major impact down the road. Maybe not right away, but down the road it'll have a major impact because the ocean's cool. Sunspots help heat this planet in a way that we don't truly understand at this time. Sunspots also, if they're big enough and they're in the X-flare range, can cause a grid disruption, like it did in 1859 with the Carrington event, which wreaked havoc among the telewire people, and also the railroads. It bent many railroads. All right, and if that were to hit today, we would have a lot of problems on our hands. All right, electrical grid wise, and also telecommunication wise. So something to keep an eye on as we move forward. Winter is coming, folks. Yes, this was from September the 29th from Mount Holly. They showed that this area, from these thunderstorms that moved through, were showing melting snowflakes, non-uniform in shape, in this bright band about 4,000 feet above the ground. Here is New Jersey, here's New York City, Northern New Jersey. This is in what eastern PA coming into western New Jersey. Quite interesting. So this was from September 29th from Mount Holly out of Philadelphia. Now, if we take a look, this is the latest CVS2 long-range forecast for December. Blues mean cold, browns, reds mean warmth. All right, so we're looking at something that could be 1 to 2 degrees below normal temperature-wise. But we have to take a look as things move closer as to why this would happen. One of the reasons it may happen is because of this right here. This warm pool of water in the Northeast Pacific, this cold pool of water in the tropics, this is called a La Nina, can cause this negative Eastern Pacific oscillation to occur, which causes the jet stream to go up and over it and then drag down cold polar air. Like a roller coaster. One side goes up, the other side comes down. Okay? So that's what a possibility is at this time. And if this warm pool warms even further and stays in this position, then you could have this lock in for the winter. That would be quite interesting. All right, so just something to keep an eye on. And speaking of the La Nina, here's what we call a pentagram, which we look at to show the equatorial temperature anomaly. This is very cold water right here. Little blurb of warmth here off of South America, but this is very cold water, which means the oceans are cooling. Even though we have this warmth all here, they are cooling. All right, overall in the tropics. And Hurricane Delta, here is the track 3 to 4 across Cancun and Yucatan. All right, off of Twitter from Franklin Graham. All right, so high wind advisory for tomorrow. All right, and we have to keep our eye on Delta, especially along the Gulf Coast, and we'll feel the remnants of this come later in the weekend. All right, folks, thanks for watching. Have a great night. Be safe, be well. And on YouTube, please share with like-minded people and hit the subscribe button. Thank you and have a great night.